What's up, y'all? It's been a minute. I've been really busy. Haven't done many reviews lately. I actually relocated to Austin, and I'm loving it here, but COVID sucks. But this thing here, I actually did a gig for a web online show, and it was at a music store, and I just saw one of these lying around. They had a bunch of them on display, and I said, I'm gonna give this thing a try. This thing is awesome. So I was like $350 on Amazon, and it's a VHT tube amp, and it sounds boutique. It is. I fell in love with it immediately, and so I normally play a Fender Blues Junior, but this one I just fell in love with it because it's literally got two knobs, and they're tappable. Or this one's tappable, this one's not. It's got a tone knob and then the volume, and you can tap it to get a little more gain out of it. I don't really use the gained out version of it. You've got a low input and a high input. You've got some different modes here. So you've got low power and you got high power, and then of course it's on and off, and then a standby in the middle. You've got some great outputs here. So they even broke it down into the ohms. You got 4 ohms, 8 ohms, 16, and then it comes with a foot switch as well. I guess once you pop this gain thing out, once you pop that out, you can switch between that. Won't ever use it. And then you've got, of course, I said your low and your high inputs. It's just got the one speaker in there. It looks to be a 12-inch, 6 watts, and that's what makes this thing so great. So, I've got a twin reverb, like the reissue, and it sounds so amazing. But you set that thing on, you set it on stage, and the sound guy runs up and he says, "Dude, that is too loud." So your tubes don't get a chance to really warm up, and that's the key to it. That's why I went and played Switzerland with Robert Kimbrough, and the backline people said, "What do you want?" I said, "I want a Blues Junior," because you can get that. The Blues Junior, I think it's 35 watts, and I'll do a comparison so you can hear kind of the difference between them. But that 35, the 6 watts in this, I mean, you're not gonna crank it up and be like playing metal or anything like that. It's 6 watts, but it's 6 watts. When you turn it up, those tubes are really milking that tone. Whereas on that 35 watt twin reverb, the 35 watt Blues Junior, you get to turn it up on stage as well, and it warms those tubes up, and that's what's really talking to everybody. So, but again, I just plugged a cheap guitar into this thing off the wall. It was late. I was like, yeah, man, let me just try this thing out. Whatever, we'll see what it sounds like. Because we noticed that it was tube. I know that they have a different version that's solid state with reverb and all this stuff. So this doesn't have reverb. No big deal. This is all about tone. So this is hand wired in China, right? So I would hope that all the amps are hand wired, but I guess they just run the circuit boards. I don't know. It's tube, so I don't know, but it says hand wired, and it makes a difference. So my Blues Junior, I took it to a shop called Slimmon's in Dallas, and I bought the amp used, and he was like, "Dude, whoever did the mods on this thing is amazing. This amp sounds amazing." So I've been using that amp for a long time. This will probably become one of my go-tos for smaller gigs and like playing on the street or something like that. Whereas bigger gigs, I'm probably going to run both of these together, and it's Eric Johnson style or something like that, where it's this thing. I tell you that the reason I love the tone is it's just a good, thick, crisp. Even when it's clean, it's got a bite to it, and it just sounds. You just try, it's literally 2 knobs. So you just turn the knob, and, if you want, so as a blues player, one of the things that I've learned about my rigs, my guitars, are some have a hotter bite, and some, like maybe my old Airline, or even my newish Airline, it's just thicker and warmer. Maybe the difference between, like, say, a P90 and a hot double coil or something like that. So there's going to be differences. This is awesome because when I switch guitars, or even, for God's sakes, a cigar box guitar, forget about it, man. So you can easily just hit this tone knob, you know, and adjust that to really compensate for the muddiness. Maybe I would call it the muddiness, which is awesome, but it does get muddy, you know. And you have a lot of body from front pickup to back pickup. So I want to play this thing for you, and I'm going to do a comparison as well. But again, man, I was blown away, and I was with a Grammy award-winning producer, and we were just blown away. He was literally just tweaking the knobs as I played, and this thing has the guitar sound that I love. This is just out of the box, straight in. It's not super loud, so what? But it has that sound that I want, and I like to play, you know, I mean, like Muddy Waters guitar sound, or the old school. Maybe even you could get into the Rolling Stones, where it's just saturated with awesomeness, not distortion, nothing like that. It's got bottom, it's got a crunch, not a crunch like a distortion gain. It's just got a bite to it where it really, really sounds good. So I can't promote this enough. This is awesome. And VHT, if you're listening, you need to give my ass an endorsement on this one, because I need some more VHT gear, because I got all the Fenders and everything else, and you know, I love this thing, man. Seriously, 2 knobs. That makes my life easy. I do have pedals for reverb and stuff like that, and just a dirty gain or something like that when I need it. But I need an amp that is clean, that's got bite, that has a good tone. So check this thing out, y'all. All right, so I got my trusty Mexican Fender Telecaster here, and so right now it's on, and I've got it set to low power. So on the switch you've got standby, then you've got low power, and then I've got the tone at about 75%. So at 0 it's again, this is a low power mode, so it's not really that loud at all. So here's tone at 50%. And it just, I mean, it's got that sound. So tone at 75. And then you've got, here's tone at 100%, and I'm in the low input mode. Back pickup. I mean, that's... So then again, and then that's the volume at 10. So that's, I guess that would be half 3 watts. So if I pop this out, still isn't bad, man. I mean, that. I'll play some chords for you here. Sounds good. So again, that's the back pickup, and the volume is at 10, tone is at 10. So let's see what else she's got, and that's in low input. So I'm going to switch it over to high power. Hit standby for a second as it dies out, and that also had the the volume popped out as well. So now we're going to all power. It's on all power. It doesn't seem much louder, but it doesn't seem clearer, which is cool. back pickup. Go to the front one. Actually, yeah, my volume knob was down. So I'm going to back that tone off. This is 25%. That sounds... Woo, that sounds good. Here's the tone at 50%. Here's the neck pickup. So I can crank that with the neck pickup. I can crank that tone up. It's actually a song on my new CD, but it sounds great on this thing. So this is toned at 100%. So that's volume, or tone at 100%, volume at 100% or 10. It doesn't go to 11. And so here I'm going to pop this out, and now it's going to be pretty dirty. Sounds good. It's a little thin. Woo, that sounds good, man. That's a little hot for me, but so now I'm going to pop this on standby. I'm going to back this, probably this will be my tone setting. It's 75, volume at 100 of course. So I'm going to pop it into the high input, which should give us a little more brightness. And then I'm going to go over to the high power. The tone at 50. Neck pickup. So yeah, I'd crank that tone up a little bit. these single coils, so I'm really close to the amp. So that's low power back pickup. Switch over to high power back pickup. So yeah, man, this thing sounds awesome. Let me do some comparisons, you know, and it's going to be really hard to compare it because you have to really do a lot of knob turning on this Blues Junior, which I'm going to do a review on this as well. You got to do a lot of knob turning on that, you know, where this thing, man, literally, I'm just turning 2 knobs, man. You set up, turn the 2 knobs, just plug it in and play, man, and that's where I'm at. So let me do some comparisons for you, and hopefully that'll help you as well. But VHT, man, hook a brother up, please. All right, so it took a little tweaking, but I've got the Fender dialed into a sound similar to what I like. And of course, this one's just, again, I've got my volumes, my tone set it at 75, and then the volume is backed off a little bit from 10. But the interesting thing was, to get the good tone like this has, I had to put it in low, and the low input, and then this is set on high power. So here's what. So that's that. Maybe a little more bass, in that. A little less treble, a little less middle. Turn the reverb off. So, I mean, it sounds amazing. I just wish I could find that bite in there. Low. That's definitely clear. That's definitely. So. That's it. So that's tone at 10, volume at 10. Pop that out. I don't like that at all. You could probably use just a pinch more bass, but it's just it's got it, man. So again, you know, this one I think I paid $500 for used. This one here, I can't remember what I paid for this. Maybe it was $300. This one's brand new, $300. and tube amp. Again, man, if I run these together, it's just going to be like butter. So again, if you're just looking for a good small amp to gig around, and this thing's got the sound, man. It's just got it. Especially you throw a mic on this at a venue, and once they open, throw a mic on that, and you've got tone for days. So I definitely love this. I want to try their bigger amps. So they have heads and things like that that I would love to try. And I could also run this through like a Marshall stack, a half stack here. I got a slant cabinet. That'd be awesome as well. So if you can't get this, this is a good little substitute, man. It sounds amazing. You know, you've got more versatility with this because you've definitely got more knobs. Like I said, I'm going to do a review on this. Yeah, this is amazing. So that's my go-to amp. I'm probably going to run them together, and that's just going to sound amazing. So this dog is bugging me, but again, check out my new CD and subscribe. I love it, and I'm doing so. Since it's been so long, I've got a lot more reviews to do on a lot more gear that I've purchased in my move to Austin. So check me out, getjanky.com. Check me out, and yeah, I gotta go.